Victory of the Death Spiders, Conquest 2099, issue number 5. After the imprisoned Dracula escaped the planet Midas, he turned his population into vampires and created a new army. He traveled to the vampire homeworld, Domus Draconum, and found that the Aranans, a warrior race of spider aliens, had ravaged the planet and enslaved the survivors. Dracula went to war with the Spider Side, the leader of the Aranans, who intends to defeat Dracula and conquer the vampires on Earth. Spider-Side called in a special enforcer, Ghost Spider 2099. The heroes of 2099, Logan aka Nova, Phoenix, Spider-Man, Red Hulk, Spider-Woman, and Cyclops battled both the Aranan and vampire armies and escaped to Arneo, where they were ambushed by Spider-Side and his remaining troops. Meanwhile, on the planet of Breakworld, Star-Lord 2099 fought Dracula to prevent him from destroying the planet's sun. After defeating her, Dracula freed the remaining vampires on Breakworld and accessed Star-Lord's ship, gaining full control of the intergalactic portal network, the Star Path. Seeking vengeance, Dracula began preparing a planet-destroying missile and sets its course for Arneo. Conquest 2099, Utopia Reborn. We see the Watcher, watching the missile to go through space. Welcome, my friends, to the depths of space, where a deadly weapon trudges toward its target at Dracula's command. I am the Watcher, sworn to observe, but to never turn a blind eye. No matter how grotesque the sight, on Breakworld, the missile's launch site, Star-Lord fights to survive, as Dracula's legion floods the interspatial portal she invented. Through this star path, any ship in her fleet can be reached, like one rocketing toward Arneo, home of the Death Spiders, who butchered the planet of the vampires and kidnapped its people. Dracula could never let this crime go unanswered, you see, and so he races forth to secure justice for his kind. While all-out war rages on the world below, let us watch.
The price of betrayal is death, Spider-Woman. Returning to face it, your first brave act, and your last.
You may kill me, Spider-Side. I may die, but our kin will never see me kneel. Whip!
Ugh! You Krataki will waste!
No, Spider-Side. He'll kill Spider-Woman. We've got to help Phoenix. Got to.
Sloom!
Let her fight, Spider-Man. She needs to do this, and we've got to get out of her way.
You think your death has meaning? You're a disgrace. No true Aranan would ever follow you!
I reject slaughter. I reject enslaving others to turn our spindles. I reject grinding through lives to fuel our war machines, but I'm still a Renan. I will not yield, Spider-Side, even to you, especially to you.
Boom. What is this? You'd shatter the sky just to dodge my blade?
It is not my attack, and we are not the target.
Krakom!
As we see the Silver Spear enter the moon. Arneo's moon. Its destruction will upset the planet's equilibrium. It's a kill shot, Hulk.
I've only seen one place that can fire a bullet that big. Breakworld. A hard planet. It was under Arneo control, which puts it in Dracula's sights.
We see a spaceship crash.
Crash! It's him!
Him indeed, with wrath nipping at my heels. And as the world you've killed so many for dies, I will dance in all its entrails. Your great spindles have fallen. Your fleet is in pieces. Your army is broken. All by my hand.
Rumble!
These are the final moments of Arneo in the fall of your middling empire. And the last grasp of the Arnan species. Dracula and his army are unleashed through the portal. Scree! Scree! We'll not be witnessed alone. You awoke the dragons by the side, and I am here.
So you are Dracula! A shame, though, that we're so far from my banquet hall. I reserved a prominent place at my table for your fleshly, roasted head.
Then you will go hungry. Whoosh! Gah! Dracula's mischokes the Arnan Lord with righteous savagery, and the Silver Surfer gazes on invisible. He waits, in hope that Dracula's justice does not spill over into madness. He is not alone. Spider-Man repels vampire and Aranan alike, while the Red Hulk leaps to the shipyards to rob Arneo of its fleet. Even Nova, once rejected, wars alongside his fellow mutants.
Chum chum chum.
Life has few champions on the battlefield, but it has Phoenix, and it has Cyclops, whose alchemical gaze outmatches any weapon in play. Inside Dracula's fury. No, he is unfazed.
Your daughter fought with more vigor. Kablotch!
As Spider-Side hits the back of Dracula's head with his club, and blood splatters everywhere. In the shipyards, the Red Hawk finds a surgical theater, not a factory. Native creatures are grafted onto and into mechanical superstructures. Sad beasts torn apart and remade as tools of war. This Hawk can relate. And though he cannot mend their undead flesh, he can bring them peace and an end to their industrial torture. Not far, Phoenix faces her own more pointed displeasure.
Phoenix, no! I got her, psych! You're stuck, good lady. Not much of your heart left in there.
Save your pity. I need fire. Unleash the Nova Force. Wolverine, the last Nova, does as he's told.
Yes, ma'am! Flasher!
And we see the whole world ignite with the Nova Force.
Whoosh!
That's how healing is done, old man. Swoosh! Jump to the perspective of Spider-Man 2099. Nova, shocking hell. What a blast. He took out the entire Aranan regiment. We could win this. We could actually stop it before no one survives.
Survival is a privilege, outsider. You have no place on this soil. This is not your war.
You raised an entire world? Your boss wants to execute my friend? It's been my war. Come on then, I'll fight you all. If you insist on defending Spider-Side, you may die for him. Both Spider-Man and Spider-Woman clobber these imbeciles. Spider-Man comes in to aid Spider-Woman. Need a hand? I did not request assistance, Spider-Man. That's what Phoenix said. But friends don't need to ask. You came to Earth to learn, Severin. Think of this as an on-the-job training. Quite instructive, you honor me. Well, see, the tide's turning, but the real honor will be living through the night.
This is always your final destination, Dracula. You think your people have worth? Vampires are strong work. Stock, yes. But even the greatest mule is still just a mule.
Scream, 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 scream. As a whole bunch of bats come flying in Spider-Side's face, peeling it off, eating his flesh while he's alive. I avenge my people. I flay you where you stand for my people. And for all your boast, all your victories, your last act will be the unwitting extermination of your own kind. Your flesh may outmatch mine, but your mind has atrophied. Your day spider subweb is no great strength in defense or paltry. An empathetic link is a fine donor into every unarmed mind. In killing you, I will massacre your entire species.
You'd answer, Masnada, with extermination? I was wrong. You would make a fine death spider, indeed.
Fitting last words, fitting for ignorant. You targeted my people, you threw me here. Every unnamed will die, yes, but it is not slaughter, it is justice. Out of nowhere, the Silver Surfer appears.
No, Night Lord.
Your enemy's legions are broken. His infrastructure lies in ruins. Your enemy is beaten. This is not justice. And Silver Surfer is not my judge. Begone, you cursed interloper. I allowed you to seek your justice, Dracula, but you were warned not to cross its line. You may yet relent, but push on and you will burn. You'd rob my kin of vengeance. Damn them, a future under the yoke. Vampire kind will survive. Their world will be rebuilt. They will prosper, but you will not see it. As long as the spiders live, vampires will never be safe. I answer to them, Surfer, not you. I cannot stop. I will not be stopped. You are a noble creature, noble and broken and foolish, and victim of a simple truth. All enemies of life. Answer to the Silver Surfer, as uses his cosmic blast to knock Dracula, the evil lord, away. This war ends with the passage of Dracula's corpse into the void. Such speed and momentum will carry his ashes far. As below, his arms relent as I watch. There, Spider-Side breathed his last. Is this justice? What vampires survived are named captivity or free. What dead spiders remain are laid low. Those lost will be eaten, their planet ruined. They will seek a new world, not as conquerors, but as pilgrims, crying out for a new hand to lead them. They look to Spider-Woman, the first rebel, but a new her now is not hers to make. It must be found and founded by one who can unite all surviving Aranans. So, their spiders call on Spider-Side's newly liberated rival, on Madam Web, who will make arcs of fallen dreadnought, who will lead her people from a nail's husk beyond their butcher's culture, to not just a new home, but a new way of life. On Domus Draconum, the daughter of Dracula, rises renewed. Lilith Drake built this world, a vampire paradise she fell defending, but there is falling and there is dying. The line of Dracula is rarely down for long. Lilith awakes to the waiting arms of her freed people, but not to the face of her father. As quickly as she's reconciled with Dracula, she has lost him. With his debt to Nova paid, the Red Hawk rockets into the unknown. He lives to explore, to hug corruption throughout the galaxy, and when he finds it, to smash. Breakworld lurches toward its reckoning for aligning with Aranel. Star-Lord and Black Panther will welcome its leaders to planet Wakanda and its universal court of justice. They will not fare well. On Earth, Nova at last walks through the door he once broke down. Unikind makes peace with one of its stubbornest elders. And as half the world away, Nueva York welcomes two spiders home. The blood has dried, the weapons sheathed, and the warlords have been left to the abyss.
Word from Arnell, White Widow Dracula is beaten, but Spider-Side has fallen.
Ah yes, Reformer, you must shield us from the subweb, Ghost Spider. If Spider-Side is truly dead, let us honor him with bloodshed. Madam Web now reigns.
As the universe forgets the honorless name of Dracula. Next, worlds collide in 2025. We see the body of Dracula's fly into the hands of an enraged Galactus.